So today we're going to be making Mama T's famous chili. Brandon is going to be in charge of browning the ground beef while I chop up the onions and garlic. We're going to put about 3/4 of this ground beef pack into our big deep stock pot. We can saute the ground beef right in the pot that we're going to be cooking the chili in, because all those yummy flavors from the ground beef will be in our chili, and that's exactly what we want. No one wants a flavorless chili.
That's horrible.
That would be terrible, wouldn't it, Brandon?
Horrible.
Yeah. We definitely want to make sure we have plenty of ground beef. This is going to be a nice big pot of chili, and we'll probably have enough for leftovers tomorrow too.
Probably 2 days away.
Yeah. So Brandon's going to go ahead and cut on the stove to a little bit higher than medium, and he's going to be in charge of browning our ground beef while I work on chopping up our onions and garlic. So basically, in our house, we love lots of onions and garlic. And so what's a chili without a lot of fresh onions and garlic? So yes, I'm using several cloves of garlic and 2 nice sized onions. So I'm going to go ahead and pop and peel our garlic. Just smash it with the top of that knife. It makes peeling so much easier. And then all we have to do is chop. You notice when you smash it, the peeling comes right off. Like I was saying in our last segment, it's really important in our family to have lots of onion and garlic. Onion and garlic adds so much flavor to really any recipe, but definitely when you're making chili, you want to have lots of onion and garlic. So as you can see, I'm slicing and dicing my onion, which I've already peeled. I cut it the long way first. And I'm going to actually use 2 onions, 1 large, 1 small, so that there's plenty of flavor in our chili today. I slice it the long way first, which makes it very easy.
Okay, so we got the ground beef almost brown. So I'm going to keep mixing this because I'm going to get a little bit more so it's actually healthy to eat. Then we're going to put the garlic and onions in right when it gets nice and brown.
So now we're going to add our chopped onion and garlic. Like I said, I used 2 onions and I used several cloves of garlic. This is going to add so much flavor to our chili.
It's going to make it delicious.
It's going to be wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And what we're going to do is we're going to allow this onion and this garlic to saute with the ground beef a little bit before we add the rest of our ingredients. So Brandon is going to give that a few really good mixes, and we're going to let that cook down. Okay? Alright guys, so we've got our ground beef. It's brown. We've added our garlic and onions, and all of that's ready to go. Cook the onions and garlic until they're translucent. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add our spices, okay? So we're going to put in 2 packs of chili spice, and this is a combination of cumin, paprika, salt and pepper, all the great things that make chili chili. I'm going to add 2 packs of that. And I don't like an extremely hot chili, so I'm going to add a very small amount of cayenne pepper, okay? That's totally up to you. If you want more spice, you can add more spice. So some of the other things that we're going to add is garlic powder. Now, I'm not even going to use the small side. I'm going to go ahead and use my big wide mouth opening because I like I said, lots of garlic in my chili. And when it comes to garlic powder, you can put as much as you want. Now, obviously with the salt, we need to make sure we put salt. We can add salt to taste. I am making a large pot of chili, so we can put and add as we need to, okay? So for right now, I'm just going to put a little bit of salt, and I'm going to add a little bit more of regular black pepper, okay? And I'm going to give that a nice toss so that all those spices can combine with the ground beef, the onions, the garlic. It's already beginning to smell wonderful.
Fantastic.
And chili is one of those meals that you can have when it's cold or gloomy outside. It's just really one of those wonderful comfort foods. beef, onions, and garlic. Brandon, my sous chef, he's going to add some of our other ingredients.
Alright, so I'm going to add diced tomatoes.
And make sure you have a large can and pour the whole thing. Don't drain it. Pour the entire can, juice and all, because this is where the liquid for our chili is going to come from.
There. Now we're going to grab the chili beans.
We're going to put about a half a can of chili beans. I know some people like a lot of beans in their chili. Our family, we'll eat them, but it's not something we have to have. So we're going to put about a half a can of chili beans, yes.
Okay.
Now this is a new ingredient. A lot of people may not put corn in their chili, but we love corn in our chili, and that's probably what sets our chili apart from other chilies. Not too often do you find kernel corn in chili, but I promise you it's delicious.
Fantastical.
It makes your chili wonderful. And we're going to also just add the juice, the water, and everything in the can of corn. We're not going to drain it because we need those liquids to cook down with our ground beef and our chili spices. We're going to give that a great big toss. As you can see, it's coming together lovely. We can see the beginnings of a wonderful chili happening in this big stock pot. Always use a nice big hefty stock pot when you're making chilies and soups. This way you know you have plenty of room to stir your ingredients and everything gets well mixed together. Now, there's one more ingredient that we're going to add to this chili that not everybody may do, but this just adds that last little pop of flavor. And so I'm going to squirt in a little tomato paste. Some people use tomato sauce. I use tomato paste because tomato paste has a really good rich flavor and adds that nice little final touch to your chili. And what I really like, and if you've never seen this before, I love the squeezable tomato paste. You know, most often you find the little cans, but once you open that can of tomato paste, if you don't use it all, you have to figure out a way to store it. So you have to take it out of the can and put it in something. I like this because you can squeeze what you want. You can put the tube right back in your fridge. It's very convenient. Tomato paste adds a wonderful flavor to your chili. You can put it in your tomato sauce, spaghetti sauces, but I love it in my chili. It definitely adds more flavor than just regular plain tomato sauce. It's more concentrated, it's richer, and it's going to do wonders for your chili. Now I also have an additional secret spice that I like to put in my chili, and this also just adds another layer of flavor. I'm going to put about 2 tablespoons of dark brown sugar. Now this doesn't make your chili sweet, but it brings out the flavors of the corn and the tomatoes and the ground beef and the onions and the garlic. You'd be surprised. It's really important to put dark brown sugar. I would not use light, dark, because it has that rich molasses flavor. So I'm just going to put 2 big heaping tablespoons of brown sugar. I mean, it's okay if you want to put a tad bit more. It's not going to hurt it. And so I'm going to give this a nice mix. Again, it's not going to make your chili sweet at all. It's just going to bring out the richness of all the wonderful flavors. The garlic, the corn, the tomatoes, the beans. Okay, so we're back with our next segment of Mama T's Famous Chili. If you come, this is my sous chef Brandon. He's been such a wonderful assistant today. If you come close, you will see the finished product of our wonderful chili. You can tell it's just so rich and juicy. You can see all the wonderful pieces of corn and tomatoes and beans. It turned out beautifully. So now I'm going to show you how we finish up, put the final touches on our chili. I'm going to go ahead. I know this isn't the typical way you should do things, but it is Saturday and we want to enjoy time as a family. So to save time, yes, we're going to use paper bowls. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how we're going to finish off our chili, okay? So we're going to go ahead and scoop a couple of nice heaping spoonfuls of chili into this bowl. And then, if you come over here, you'll see there's a few ingredients that we need to add. So I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of this wonderful Mexican cheese. This is a combination of Monterey Jack, queso, quesadilla, and asadero cheeses. So we're going to sprinkle that onto our chili. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. My family, we like to put sour cream on our chili. So we're going to put a dollop of sour cream, just like that. You can put as much as you want, and we like to finish it off with a crunch. So we're going to add a couple of original Fritos. And you will find a wonderful finished product. Brandon, thank you so much for helping me today.
You're welcome.
You are a wonderful sous chef. So guess what? You get the first bowl. Till next time. Bye, guys.